Today we're taking a look at the H. Velina LNMR Mechanical Phoenix watch. This watch is actually limited to 200 pieces, and this collection was actually recognized with a gold award at the Muse Design Awards in 2023, and was also awarded as a winner of the German Design Awards in 2023. Now, this specific collection was designed in the industrial style and inspired by the era of the Industrial Revolution. This new collection is dedicated to the actual events that took place in 1830, the opening of the Manchester-Liverpool Railway. That's why they abbreviate it LNMR in Great Britain, which served as the beginning of the development of rail transport, which was the crown in engineering and design. This watch is an updated model, and the hallmarks are a new caliber, the Miyota 9021 automatic movement, and the special key to help you wind the movement through the crown. Before I get into the specs of this watch, let me just say that you don't actually need this key to wind the movement. It's, more of an homage to the whole inspired railroad thing that they're going for. But I do need to point out that actually winding the movement and setting the time when the straps are on the watch is nearly impossible. Okay, so let's get into the specs of this watch. It's water resistant to 50 meters. The entire case is made of stainless steel, but the company doesn't really specify what process they use to make the case black. However, I can tell it appears to be resistant to scratches, but only time will tell. The entire watch with the supplied leather strap only weighs in at 78 grams. The case measures in at 39.4 millimeters and it's 50.5 millimeters from lug to lug. The watch is relatively thin at only 10.7 millimeters and in between the lugs and measures in at 22 millimeters. For whatever reason, this watch case reminds me of an Apple Watch, and I'm having a hard time unseeing that. Nonetheless, it's cool that you can walk around looking like you have an electronic piece on your wrist until you glance down and see that mechanical element peeking through the dial, and people will probably be a little shocked. The case, of course, is a lot more complex and modern looking. Aside from that crown issue, I think is very well constructed and futuristic. Protecting the dial, we find a sapphire crystal. The company doesn't mention if AR has been applied, but if it has, the crystal is very reflective. The dial has some engraving on it. To be honest, they look like railroad tracks, and it could only be seen when the light reflects on the dial. We do find some applied indices, and according to the company, the highlighted mark at the 27-minute is a reference to an interesting historical fact. You see, trains on the Liverpool-Manchester Railway were running at speeds of 27 kilometers an hour. That's a cool little Easter egg. So the overall design is not bad, but does feel a little boring. I also need to point out that the company opted to not put loom on this watch, and to me, that's a real miss. The loom could have been used to create this really cool pattern to tie the whole watch further to a train. Therefore, visibility in low light conditions is not great. Also, one of the main features of the model has become the redesign of the back of the watch. The transparent sapphire crystal on the back actually kind of looks like a cogwheel. The pendulum is engraved with the date of opening the railway line. The caliber powering this watch is the Miyota 9029 automatic movement. Now, you can hack it, you can wind it. The movement features 24 joules, a 42-hour power reserve, and is accurate to 10 plus 30 seconds per day. I appreciate the little details like the engraved trains on the rotor, and to be honest with you, this is a power horse movement, and in my opinion, obviously better than an NH movement, and a lot of people compare it to an ETA movement, so I can appreciate the movement on this one. Now, on my 6 and 7/8 inch wrist, the watch wears big, but it is comfortable. The genuine leather strap features a quick release system and a signed buckle, but unfortunately feels a little inexpensive. Since the watch does feature a 22mm lug width, pairing it with aftermarket straps should not be an issue. Now, this particular model that I'm featuring is unfortunately sold out, but the company does feature other colors, so if you're interested, well, go check them out. So, okay, let's get into the conclusion of this watch. This watch clearly is not for everyone, and the watch does cost $539. Sure, the strap is not great. Setting the time is only achieved by removing the strap. There's no loom, and it's only water resistant to 50 meters. However, the watch does feel well finished, and it honors the beginning of the development of the railroad transport. And of course, it's a limited edition. So there you have it. If you like unique watches that honor human development, then this watch should be definitely on your radar. I really want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments section. Does this look like an Apple Watch to you, or am I going crazy? Would you recommend this watch to somebody that actually owns an Apple Watch because it looks so similar? Let me know. Anyway, I appreciate every single one of you for giving me the opportunity to take some time out of your day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, my friends, and stay humble.